Can I show you a fun trick?
Of course.
So typically, I didn't do it this morning, but almost every Friday at 8 a.m. Central, you can find me live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook doing live cold calls.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll have it on speakerphone and people can hear both sides of the conversation. So for your listeners, and they can come back and watch this replay, do a fun, you can play Amber selling your services. I'll cold call you as a total role play. You can act your normal self. Don't change up anything you would ever change up. But I want to cold call you really quick because I want people to hear how I sell and how I do this, because it is not your normal traditional side of having a sales conversation. You okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to ring the phone. Just say, hey, it's Amber. You ready?
Yeah.
Ring, ring.
This is Amber.
Hey, Amber, Donnie Bovine.
Hey, Donnie. How are you doing?
Good, good. Does my name sound familiar at all?
I've heard of it, but can you refresh my memory?
Sure. So, Amber, just so you know, this is actually a cold call. And I really am not a big fan of doing these. Is it okay if I tell you why I'm calling, or do you want to hang up?
No, go ahead.
Cool. So I'm the CEO of Success Champion Networking, and I run the fastest growing networking organization on the planet. Do you currently do any sort of networking right now?
I do.
And where are you currently networking?
I do BNI chapter weekly, and then I also network through my podcast, and I have a Facebook group where I do some networking in.
I love that you have a podcast. That's one of the coolest things. I have one myself. I know it's a lot of work, but isn't it so much fun getting into all the conversations and having those good times, right? We are actively looking to put a couple of chapters in the Las Vegas area. Would you ever be interested on my dime visiting one of our chapters and exploring and seeing what we do?
Yeah, I'd be interested in looking at it. No
Cool.
promises.
Right? Out of role play.
Yeah.
90% of the time, that's exactly how the conversation goes.
Yeah.
Two things that people need to understand. If you stay human, they'll talk to you. Right? The moment you go and flip onto the sales switch and you try and do a sales maneuver, you're going to be treated like a salesperson.
Yeah.
Right? So I love the fact that you get people with brutal honesty. So it goes back to the idea of, would you be interested in talking about my services? Is the same thing as saying, this is a cold call. I'm nervous as hell.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why I'm calling, or do you want to go ahead and hang up? And they'll laugh at you a lot of times. Sometimes they will hang up the phone, which is okay, because it's no harm, no foul, because you told them it was okay that they could hang up the phone.